remember me, Miss Marchmont. I shared life with you there 1969 to 1976, but I'm sure there are a lot of changes from when I started. I wish I could be with you today, but now Yaya is 93 and a half years old. I can't get that far. I hope this DVD is the next best thing. Thanks to Kappa and Sitala and my good friend Dr. Noel Arrold, who's making it. You're lucky to get it. I hope it all works. What a lot of changes since when I first came. This is going to be all memories. In 1969, power for 3 hours only a day, no computers, washing in the creek with all the eels that you didn't like, and now I'm sure it's all very different, and there were a few water tanks. The farewell tape that Mr. Wilson made in 1976, I can hear your voices, though they're a bit faint, and I do remember you. I remember you and the songs you used to sing, and we all sang together. Do you remember this one? It's a long, long road to freedom, a winding, steep and high. But if you walk in love with the wind on your wing and cover the earth with the songs you sing, the miles fly by. And I was talking to Sitala only this morning, and she remembered the song you loved when you'd seen The Sound of Music. And it was, dear, a dear, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun, me, a name I call myself, far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread, now, a note that follows so, tea, a drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to do, 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 do. Now that's enough of my singing, because singing was not my strong spot, as you know. A lot of things to say and to remember. I remember all the fun and friendship and hard work we had, and all the excitement and thrills of the sport in those years. I can remember the truck, I expect you do, and Ollis, the driver, going down to Kavieng every Friday to get the mail and the shopping. I remember Jethro, who was so good about the place, and he built the outrigger canoe down at Red Cross Beach, where we went to have picnics and barbecues and swimming, and we used to go out to the reef in the canoe. And do you remember going up to the Bat Caves? I hope you still do all these things. I remember so many of you, but I can't name you all. I would like to remember Kezia, who came to us from Ramat village with Dylan and Anna Massin, and she was very handicapped and a cripple, couldn't walk, and with the help of so many people in Papua New Guinea and in Australia, she managed to get to the big hospital in Melbourne and came back cured. And after training, she came back to us as the school secretary. If you're there, Kezia, hello. If you're not, I hope all goes well with you. There are too many teachers to name and too many girls to name. I'd like to, but who could forget the treasures? And Miss Ray, and Mr. Sadumiano. Remember digging the cornice for the basketball court and all the work parade, mowing the oval and weeding the pineapples, which you didn't like because they scratched, so it was quite a punishment, wasn't it? I remember your love of all sport and the great triumph of Delin and Annemassen and Maeby representing Papua New Guinea at the South Pacific Games, and thanks to Jamie and Miss Ray, who trained them so well. I think too of Mr. Sadumiano, who did wonders with the agriculture, introducing the school to pigs and chickens and all sorts of good vegetables. And he started the Orange String Band, some of you will remember. And then I think of all the plays and speech days down on the amphitheatre and the Rabaul Carnival. I remember you going there and you were so proud when you came back and told me that we won the Best Actress, and we did it 3 years running. So I think I can remember it was Flora, India, and Sora, Talipas, and Rosalind Tovey. And of course the plays were written by Miss Choi and Mr. Sidhu. No, Miss Choi and Mr. Cliburn, that's right, Mr. Peter Cliburn. I'd like to give a big thank you to all the village people of Medina. You used to come up every Wednesday and sell us cacao and other vegetables, and we were very grateful for that. And I remember going in the truck with Miss Winnie Tare down the road, East Coast Road, to buy vegetables, and all the villagers coming out and us bartering with them to bring back good food for you. I wonder if you still do it. Let's think what else I can remember. Oh yes, Mrs. Elias in the village, who was so good to the school. And Bata, her daughter, who came. And Sanila, I wonder if Sanila's still around. Mr. Wilson, yes, you'll all remember him. Very strict. As you'll say, so were you. And I suppose I was. And the wonderful copper beating that he got the girls doing. Then I remember film nights in the old mess. I think you call it Marchmont Hall now, which is a very grand name for what it used to be. And Brother Ryan coming up with Roy Roger films. And, oh yes, and Sitala, the very professional projectionist. Then you had dancers in the mess, usually on a Saturday night. Sometimes just on your own, and sometimes with the boys from Mongobo Utu. I can remember you all singing Mamma Mia and all your other songs. I'd like to name a lot of you, but I can't, of course. But when I look through my old Mark book, I remember you. Especially I must remember, as well as Kappa and Sitala, your headmistress, Josephine Pittanai, who I taught, of course, and Evodia Canilio. I think she's on the staff too. So I remember you. I'd like to say to you all there now, and to the daughters of some of you who I'm sure are there, what I wrote in this book, and some of you will have got it when we left in 1976. I'll read what I wrote. Hold fast to that, hold fast to what you know in your heart to be good. Be honest with yourself. Every day is a new page. When you fall, pick yourself up, dust yourself down, start all over again. Remember to smile at people, reach out, enjoy your life, and look people straight in the eye, and do your own unique best to build a new tomorrow. If you're ever in Australia, be sure to phone me, 4871 1563, or come and see me. Now have a wonderful anniversary, and I'll be thinking of you all. Goodbye.